Hey, folks, and welcome to The Vice. So glad that you are able to join us today. And we will are going to go ahead and jump right into this after a big episode last week. So let's just go around and meet the cast real quick. Hey, first up is Dragons or Cats.
Hello everyone, I am Dragons eating peanut butter. How are you all doing today? I don't know whether or not I'm coming across loud enough, so please let me know and I'll adjust the mic accordingly. And I was away last session, but I did watch it 3 times and I loved it. That plan. Oh. Let's see what today has for us.
Next up, we have Templar Warden.
Hello, I am Templar Warden. I am playing the Paxi Wizard hidden by Axel, who did not just dump everyone into the depths of, the last few months. There's nothing wrong with that, right? I am looking forward to the session. Following up from the last one, it was a bit of a high, so let's see where we go with this one. We've still got a couple of things to sort out before everything's wrapped up.
Next up, we have Bird versus Plane.
Hey folks, I am Bird vs. Plane. I'll be playing Iskatul, the half-elf bard turned gunslinger. Let's topple some more societal norms, yeah? That was a lot of fun last week. Let's go just burn it all down. Sorry, I got a little case of the anarchy in me now, and I need my fill.
There. Hey, anarchy. Speaking of, in NG9.
I play Luna.
There you go. Oh, no, it's just your mic is way out.
Oh, okay. Okay, adjust that a little bit. Hello, I'm in NG9. I play Luna, Water Genasi monk, who is frankly appalled at the level of violence from last week.
True.
I don't condone this unnecessary bloodshed.
You loved that, you did.
Can't even keep a straight face.
Hey, she didn't touch anybody.
Of all things that no one expected out of the Temple of Purity.
You go ahead.
And,
Next up, we've got Good Guy Pie.
Hi everyone, I'm Good Guy Pie. I'm trying a new style which will probably die very quickly by the end of November. I will be playing Look, Gold-Heart Adventure Extraordinaire all the way from Elevation Pit, and I killed a man.
You did.
I killed a man. He's dead.
Bang, bang.
Flat out. Basically
Dead.
kicked him, pickaxe, whatever.
I chucked him into a wall.
Yeah,
I gave him...
knocked him out of the park with a pickaxe into a wall. Templar. Next up is Tree Hugging Druid.
Hello, I am Tree Druid. I play Celia Rollerman, our high elf rogue, who is... What's your kill count?
Oh, yeah. Well, 12 just in the last hour? 12, 13? I mean, it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's a Tuesday before lunch. Literally Tuesday before lunch.
Yeah. We're good. It's fine.
So anyway, I am Tall Squall. I am your DM and your host. Thank you for joining us. I do appreciate it. We do run this channel 100% for charity. This is our last broadcast for our good friends at Mental Health America, as next month we will be flipping over to Toys for Tots, which we do every year. And all your donations do go directly to Mental Health America, as well as your subscriptions. You can shop in the little list down below, or click on the words in the actual description. Takes you to their page. Excuse me. They do wonderful, wonderful works. They have tons of resources that you can use to check in on your own mental health. Their big thing is that you diagnose your own mental health before it becomes a crisis. And I think it's a great thing to do. I've used them myself. I've recommended them to tons of people. So give them a check out. If you'd like to donate, that'd be great. If you just want to send out retweets and all those things, that would be great. now realizing that I didn't send out a tweet. But anyway, so we will I'll be tweeting while we put you into the introduction. And whoop. Okay, folks. So, last episode, the party was out to figure out a way to reduce the influence of, hey, Hawkeye, $12 advantages for all. Thank you. Of the Temple of Purity, a group that has been doggedly pursuing them and their persecution of the Genasi and the Tieflings in our world since the very beginning. Luna, being a Genasi, certainly had personal feelings about these folks, and just a little bit, and was upon the realization that the Deacon Marks, all the way back from the encounter at Verdant Falls, the person who had kidnapped their good friend Gandry and basically locked him in a water-filled coffin for transport after they rescued him, he had disappeared for quite some time. Apparently he had been building his power within the church, and the night before the big call to faith ceremony, basically staged a coup. He killed off the old bishop that they had heard about when they were over in Falcon's Crest, using a magical dagger that made it look like it was he had died of natural causes. And the party tried to figure out, after all this announcement, what do you do? What do you do with all these people? How do you somehow keep the innocent people, turn them away from what the temple has taught, but then also, kind of rid the world of what they're doing? And Axel, our not a lich tabaxi wizard, came up with a plan the DM wasn't expecting, but loved, which was, hey, we have this dragon room, which lets us look through the eyes of people during their last moments and experience their deaths, which has been used for them to discover a lot about this world. And it is able to accommodate any number of people inside the room, just the rune itself, as long as you cast it for a certain amount of time. It sort of casts its rune across a larger and larger area. So they basically took the entire church, congregation, bystanders, everybody, into the death rune to witness the death of the bishop, but also the death of many, many Genasi who had been processed through this church to create these strange stones that they had encountered before that seemed to have some power over the magic of the vice, this magical vortex within the vice in the Midnight Weald. Anyway, they did so, and after an incredible rousing speech by Iska, the intimidation by Luck on golden wings as an Aasimar that he sprouted in the middle of this church, where not only on a world where flying is pretty much just not done, and there was, on lots of nat 20s, basically disarmed my lair effects, got themselves a surprise round, and pretty quickly just decimated the church. Also on another nat 1, Luna converted her brother, who was a paladin of the Temple of Purity. Her plea to the choir and the other Genasis to free themselves, coupled with the use of the death rune and this sort of visage of Luck flying through the church. He, following the tenets of St. Cuthbert, knelt before her asking for penance, shocked her into inaction at the time, having both seen Lily alive and now her brother as well. We're going to pick up just, I'll say, moments after this all happens. Luna is speaking with her brother, and they've exchanged Bibles. Luck, you are still on wings up above. Cilia, you've just picked up this blue dagger in your hand. Iska, I believe, still in the congregation. There is a disciple of Purity there who has dropped his weapons and stopped attacking. Axel, looking buff as hell because he just took a potion of giant strength. Literally 12 seconds have passed since this all went down. It was 2 rounds of combat. So since initiative and Iska's speech, it really, not much time has happened. Vidar is down here on the floor as well, having just himself chased after the chaplain, almost got banished by the chaplain, and then the chaplain had his brains basically smeared across the floor by Laurel. Laurel Isle, the Paladin of Purity. I have that right, don't I? It's Laurel, right? Yes. Sorry. Names. Having a moment. Yes. So, what's everyone want to do as this church? Basically, there's some congregation just in stunned silence staring at this. I mean, they haven't had long to make their way out either after experiencing the death room. So since the death room, it's only been, 30 seconds, a minute. And this is all just, almost in a blink of an eye, has occurred.
Well, I'll go first here, I guess. Iska, after putting a couple bullets into one of these folks, is going to turn to the downed disciple who had thrown down his weapon after the deacon had died, and She's going to turn to him and just kind of maintain eye contact with him. And she's going to start walking his way. And as she does, she will fling open Shrouded Maiden's Will and drop the spent bullet casings from it. And she'll very slowly load 3 more bullets into it. And stand above him. Flick it back. The gun loaded. And just kneel down a little bit and say, after everything you saw, you still raised a weapon in the name of that man. What do you have to say for yourself?
He looks at you, defeated. I saw me. I saw me doing those things. I saw everyone else see me doing those things. I sided with the only choice that I had. He looks around, all these people. I'll be lucky if I can walk out of here without them tearing me apart.
No. Don't worry about those people. It's not their choice. And she will look towards Luna and say, it's going to be hers. And motion with the gun for him to start walking towards the rest of the party. But she knows that Luna's whole thing is about penance and earning it. So it's not about these people. It's not about Iska doling out judgment right now. It's about whether Luna, as the most aggrieved party, one of the most aggrieved parties, someone who's actually Genasi, it's her call with this. So she's going to kind of lead the guy over that direction. We can cut to whatever else is going on.
Celia, you have this dagger in your hand. Luck, you're still flying overhead.
Yeah. Celia will stow the dagger, and she's going to look into the crowd of Genasi.
The choir?
And see if, yeah. And she's going to see if she can see Tara.
As you look at their faces, these 12 choir members, and earth, air, fire, water. You look down each one, and there, sort of tall and broad as you remembered her, you see your sister, Tara. The big difference is she was always had this fiery inner strength. You see it just broken. Her eyes are vacant.
Celia will run over to her. And she's going to make sure that she sees her.
You run over to her. She looks at you as this person comes running up. And you sort of see her brow furrow. Almost not understanding or not believing.
Celia gives her like a smile and just says, you're safe. No one can hurt you anymore.
You see her just close her eyes, and you can see that she is barely able to stand. She is weak and almost falls into your arms, and you realize that under the robes, there's not a lot of the bulk that you remember your sister having. She is almost frail, which is all but incomprehensible to you, as she had always been strong. Even though she was younger than you, she was always almost as big as you were.
She kind of holds her close and says, I can't begin to imagine what you've gone through the past few years, but I'm here and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that you're okay.
She just holds on to you, and you can feel on your shoulder as the tears fall something that's always unique to your sister. They are like small little crystals, as she is an Earth Genasi, as she cried very rarely, but when she would, they would almost instantly solidify into these small, almost white pebbles. And she just sobs.
Celia says, when you're ready, I have a few friends that I know would love to meet you.
She just squeezes you tighter. Friends would be nice.
Yeah, and
the rest of the choir, they're going to need help. And you, as you look, you can see all of them are slowly, as the immensity of kind of what's just happened, all but seem to be swaying. Many of them sit down. They just look exhausted. They're underneath their eyes are black and hollow. A lot of it had been hidden by these masks.
Celia takes Tara's hand, and she'll turn to the Genasi, and she'll say, we can't imagine what you all have gone through. I'm not really sure what we can do to help you heal, but what I can do is promise that you never have to go through that again.
You see many of them who weren't sitting now sit down and just sort of put their hands in their heads, and just, after who knows how long of being strong, just finally let themselves weep, release all that's been up inside of them.
And Celia will turn to Tara and give her kind of like a smile that says, you have no idea how much I missed you. And then she will turn and look to her friends.
Okay. Yeah, Axel, you are standing the direction that the chaplain had run. It was all but you. It's towards where you had been. Vidar is there close by as well. The two of you are looking down on this smashed in head of the chaplain, and his body there on the upper part of the altar. The paladin, who you don't know quite their whole story yet. Basically, just turned around, then walked back over and is speaking with Luna. But you all are here and looking down at the form of this crumpled chaplain that Axel, yes, you remember. Yes or no, you remember from the monastery. Were you outside or inside? I can't recall.
I was outside.
Outside. So, yeah.
Yep. It's the one with the caused that spice surge that made me shrink.
Yep. Y'all can do a perception check if you.
Okay. I'm going to approach the body, just look it over.
Is he the one with your mask?
Well, I hope he still has it. To be honest.
Chaplain wasn't one who took it. One of the guards took it.
Ah.
But on A1, you are looking for your mask, and that is you are hoping that this he might have your mask.
No. Symbol. No. Book.
Yeah.
No.
Axel, as he is lying on his back, you see sort of on his chest, there is definitely some sort of medallion or something that is under his robes against his chest. You just can sort of see the bump through the vestments.
Yeah, he'll just sort of hook it out, at least to see what it is. If there's anything more than just a holy symbol.
You pull it out, and expecting a holy symbol, it is not. It is an arcane focus. It is has the markings. It's sort of a blending of the markings and logo of the Arcana Mystica with that of necromantic study. And just even holding it, you actually hear Sithrax, just a slight hiss from Sithrax. This has been a conduit for phenomenal amounts of necrotic energy.
Yeah, just hook it off and just sort of wrap it around her paw and sort of tuck it away. Did you still have that book? Can I have a look at that book that you pulled out? Is it a spell book?
It's like, yeah, holy text. There you go.
Okay.
What the hell is this mask?
He's just going to pick up the body and just dump it on top of the other two.
Yep.
Bishops and the deacons, archdeacon.
Yep, the Bishop, yep, and the archdeacon. They're up there on the altar. It's quite a scene, especially now you've piled the chaplain. This sort of stack of bodies on the altar above you. This dented and stained, blood-stained circle of the Temple of Purity.
Yeah. Is there a space beneath that he can just tear it off?
It's up high. It's up in the air a little ways. It's like you would have a big cathedral. Wall? I'm sorry?
Is it attached to the wall?
It is attached to the wall, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So he's just going to climb up and rip it off.
Yeah.
Because giant strength.
Oh, yeah, you have giant strength.
As long as there's not someone beneath it.
If it falls, it'll probably fall forward and actually end up landing, kind of hit the ground and then fall over onto the altar, onto the bodies.
Yeah.
You could be careful with it and lean it against the back wall.
He'll be careful to bring it down so it doesn't hit anyone.
Yeah.
So this is his biggest concern. Just tear it off.
With your giant strength, it is no problem to just rip it off. And basically, you see behind it, again, this was a theater, so there's not another religious symbol like there was at the monastery that it is covering up. But it's just sort of a back wall.
That's done. Let me get rid of all those. You looking for something for that?
I was looking for a mask, but now I'm just more concerned. Hey, Luck, could you come down, please?
Yeah, Luck, what are you up to? You're up there flying sort of over everyone.
The axe isn't blowing. You should be all right.
Yeah, he's sort of just taking a moment to take it all in. sort of just looking, and then deep breath. Slowly comes down as he does so.
Do me a perception check.
Right. Eh, 11.
On an 11, as you sort of come down, you do notice there are lots of eyes on you. The choir, the people in the congregation who haven't made their way out. Lots of folks watching. Well, now turn to Luna, or unless you have more luck as you land.
Just turns to them. Don't come for me for answers. You won't find them. Find them yourselves. Sort of walks off towards Axel and Vidar.
Okay. Luna, you are standing there with your brother. You have just exchanged these sort of family Bibles. And he kind of just looks at you. How did you come to be here?
Was a long journey. Honestly. I thought I'd live my life with my head down, not bother anyone. But fate has her own ideas. I have been called by St. Cuthbert as well.
I thought I had seen miracles before, but he kind of looks as luck is landing this new medallion in his hand, made from his own cudgel. I realized now they were just a magic show. Are the gods coming back?
Sorry, just clear. Are the gods coming back? Is that what you said?
Gods, yes, coming
Gods,
back.
okay. You assume they left. Some will never know how much gods do or do not do. Others will know a little. You should worry about your path to penance, not the presence of other gods.
I have much to pay. I didn't know. I swear I did not know they were doing that to the stained. He catches himself as he says, about to say stained ones.
Mm.
And he looks to you and goes, do you prefer
Genasi.
the Genasi? But I can't say that I am blameless. I always had suspicions. My job was to train the gods. And when I had suspicions about what was happening with the choir and those who were coming to be converted, I would go and confront the deacon, and he would always put my mind at ease. But there was something that I always questioned. But I should have done more. I should have done more.
You cannot change what has already happened. You wandered from the path, and now you return to it. I'm not here to absolve you of sins. Penance must be paid. that he has not forgotten you. Sort of pointing to the...
Yeah.
the
He sort of looks down at it. I can't say that there isn't a weight that comes with this medallion. But it is a weight that I will carry for what I have done. There's much to tell about the church. So much more makes sense now. The bishop, and he sort of looks up at there, he always felt that the children, the choir, was his God's gift to him, as he had felt his own connection to the divine diminishing over the years. The deacon, I think he just wanted power. He wanted people to worship him, to follow him. The chaplain, though, he came to us just 2 months ago, after an attack on his monastery.
Luna's face shifts slightly more neutral at that. Like, she'd been a little, but she's like, so she's just slightly more neutral at that point.
He just always wanted to convert. Using that word, he now understands what that meant. As many Genasi as possible, he took almost a glee in the conversions, and he sort of then looks at you. Who are the people who have been walking around as the converted?
Tortured humans.
You see him just drop again, as though another weight has been placed upon him.
And Luna will sort of try and like lift his head back up, or like put him back into position. Again, you cannot change what has already happened. It is good to feel remorse. It is good to have wanted to have done more. Do not worry about those you cannot save. Worry about those you can help now, sort of looking over towards the choir.
He looks to them, and you just see again that anguish. They always wore masks. I don't think these 12 are the same 12. I feel they wore masks so we wouldn't know that they were rotating, that some were being replaced as others. He doesn't finish the thought.
That does not surprise me.
He sort of looks away in shame and over his shoulder, and he looks and sees Axel taking this medallion. You won't find much. He carried very little with him. He kept everything in his study, his rooms.
In the tower?
No, he was up in the main rectory. Oh, the tower. There's a man in prison there.
Luna perks up immediately. Where?
The tower, in the upper levels of the tower.
Do you want me to get him? I'll go get him now if you want. I can get through the wards and all the...
He lifts up. Or we could use the key.
Fair enough. There's really no one to alert and everything. That works.
It looks very torn between like wanting to stay and talk to the Genasi and like wanting to save who she presumes is her master.
You see the Genasi are pretty much
Passed out, essentially.
they are all but passed out. They are deep in grief. I mean, you could comfort them certainly, but at this point,
they'll need. Yeah,
they're going to need some time. Probably food, water. You actually do see some members of the congregation coming forward, with, some of their lunch or the, food and things that they had brought with them, are actually starting to come forward with sort of that guilt, but also the need to do something. There are young teenagers that they now know what had happened with them, and so you see several members of the congregation. You also see Iska approaching you with one of these disciples.
Right. You turn to look at Iska coming up.
He stayed. He sided with them after everything. He raised weapons against me. He planned to raise them against you and the rest of us. Even after the truth was revealed. She kind of like lets that hang for a second because she's not sure even what she wants to ask.
Mm-hmm.
But just looking to him and back to you.
Luna will. Is he like still standing?
He's still standing. Yeah, he walked up.
All right. She will look. Will she look? Is he looking at her at all?
He actually has set his jaw and is staring you down a bit.
Do you have any regret for your actions?
Even when you step upon a roach, it is a part of the living cycle. You and your kind are not. You are but a thing.
So you accept full responsibility for your actions.
And I'd do it again. What responsibility is there for cutting down a tree to use it for something more?
Did you ever believe in St. Cuthbert?
Who?
And that she'll actually turn to Laurel. You know this man better than I do. Would you prefer to deal with him, or is he mine?
He looks to you and goes, "You are the figurehead," it appears, of a new domain of St. Cuthbert. I can act. You called me the Inferno, to cauterize the wounds after they've been cleansed.
She'll turn back to the guard. What is your name?
Halthorn.
Halthorn?
Yes.
Halthorn, loyal to the Temple of Purity, desecrator of St. Cuthbert. You've no regret for your actions. you stand here before me ready for judgment. You cannot be forgiven in this life, but before you leave it, I can show you his glory. And she'll she won't quite touch him. She'll just hold her hands on either side of his face. And for thematic purposes, she's going to Words of Radiance him to death.
It's going to, I'm sorry?
Words of Radiance him.
Okay, no, that works. And you see this radiance come from your hands. And it is this sort of blue silver light. It has almost a watery quality to it. And you begin to see it almost begin to drown him in the radiance. And you see him begin to, like, all but try to hold his breath. And then there's that, when someone's underwater, it sucks all this radiance into him, and you see him just fall.
Like, kind of closing her eyes. May your soul be among the tide. Turn it back to Laurel. Now, we have someone to save.
Laurel goes, yes, follow me. And he takes you back, sort of through the back end of the church, up a spiral staircase. And you can see where there's almost been a damage to the wall that has displaced one of the doorways. And you see him with this sort of gem-like sigil, places it upon the door, and acts. Who all's coming first thing? Is everyone going?
Actually, I'll stay back, I think, just to kind of help ease the crowd out of this as being the person who screamed and yelled stuff. And then if anyone needs some minor healing or lesser restorations, she can offer that to some people just because they came here for that purpose,
Okay, so Luna's going up. Just Luna and Laurel? Or anyone else coming along?
If no one else is going, I will just tag along, just so there's no one hanging around alone.
Yeah.
At this point.
I'll deal with the cleanup duty at the altar.
Okay.
With the blood and the bodies, and just deal with them.
Okay.
Just so everyone can move along. And
Okay.
maybe
So
are we going to get the people that's gathered here out as well, or just as a logistical note? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Vidar, how do you go about dealing with the bodies up at the altar? Are you prestidigitating, or are you doing something more?
Something a little bit more permanent, I think. He's just going to gather all the bloodied bodies and now dead that he can. He's going to put them up before the chapel, before the altar, one by one, in a large enough space, and he's going to cast Moonbeam and radiate the bodies away.
Okay.
I think I'll leave the deacons for the very, very last one and leave him to a side, just because Vidar knows the temple's horrible. Knows it, but doesn't know on a personal level as the party does. So he's just going to leave that one for the rest of the party, unless Luxus.
Luck is going to stop you, Vidar. As he sees you. So, Vidar. They're monsters, but they have families. Deserve a body.
How do we preserve a body?
Salt.
Excellent.
Yeah, this is way out of my depth.
Let me.
Pat on the shoulder. Just let me know what you want to do. I was just gonna beam them, burn them away, but that works too. We do need to show them that we're not like them. Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so we will follow Luna and Laurel up into the tower. And after multiple placements of this sigil, and he sort of says, I don't know why they felt him so important, but the deacon felt strongly.
Important because he was important to me.
Oh,
He was the one who trained me.
oh, again, he's almost run out of
This-
words for I'm
And
sorry.
she just kind of like holds a hand. Let's continue forward.
And he finally takes you up to a door in a room and opens it, and he basically pushes it open and steps aside, and inside you see sort of a huddled figure, older, but there's still your master, Master Knot. His strength is still there, and he immediately stands up thinking someone has come from the temple, and then sees you.
Master Knot, I'm sorry. They would not have come for you if it weren't for me. I apologize.
Don't be ridiculous. They were coming for everyone. It was just a matter of time.
Well, I can hear it in like in that sort of like teacher voice again. She sort of like straightens back up and like offers like a water skin.
Appreciate it. And he graciously takes it. And as he comes over to you, he just sort of looks at you, and the temple is taken care of.
Yes. Thoroughly.
I saw things I can't explain, but the horror of it.
Again, it's been dealt with.
You always were a good student. I'll want to see your forms in the morning. And he walks by you out the door.
That's so perfect. That's so perfect. And then just kind of like turn away, and so she'll turn out the fall, look at Laurel, just be like, just kind of note like, yeah, that's him.
Yeah, Laurel gets out of the way. He just sort of marches his way out, and
Yep.
whether he knows where he's going, he looks like he knows where he's going, and just starts.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep, he'll get where he's supposed to go before too
Yeah.
long.
Look.
I'm
Luna
sorry,
will
Axel was
catch up to him.
Axel. You were there
Oh,
too.
Yeah,
tagging
no, he
along.
was sort of just standing back. That makes sense. Sort of just standing, looking past the doorway, and then steps out of the way.
He gives you a slight glance and sort of a bit of a nod, and then just continues. This is a chamber a couple levels up from where you could discern that you would have been to cast the rune. Laurel kind of looks and goes, I wouldn't go too far down. There's something down there.
You don't know? I couldn't find out when I took a look.
There's something that lives beneath the water. I don't know what, but there's something there. One night, I saw a shadowy human figure enter into the tower from the water side, and then submerge into the water. Could not see who it was, but how they got past whatever it is there, I don't know.
Curious. There's no more prisoners here to free,
Well, other than if you count the choir, they are in the rectory, and then there is the deacons' rooms and the chamberlains as well. The bishop's old space.
We'll need it just to sweep the building.
I can take you
Sweet.
there.
I think we will do it probably with everyone when we've sorted things down in the main room, simply because we don't know what to surprise, and more eyes, we can find out more things. There's a few things. He sort of holds up the medallion. A few things going on here that we might need to sort out going forwards.
The chaplain
Considering
was a vindictive man. He kept, even the few months he was here, he kept tabs on everyone. He was one who collected dirt and would use it to rise so quickly to his position.
Yeah, understandable, because he does not look like necromancy, Arcana Mystica. Doesn't seem like a good man to me. And
Yes.
plus all that he did.
In death, I'm sure Chaplain Beldrick is just as dangerous.
We'll head back that way. That's all right, Luna? We'll sort out what's happening with the choir.
She's keeping step with Astronaut, who's not pausing.
Oh, she's gone. Okay, yeah, we'll trot along after her.
Back to
Yep.
Iska, Celia, and the choir. They are distraught. As I said, there's much of the congregation has slowly filed out. It's only been about 15 minutes have passed, if that, even maybe on 10 minutes, as people just kind of don't know what to do. You have a couple who look like they want to, come up and ask Iska questions, but also seem a little bit just confused, dismayed about what they found out about themselves, about their religion. There is Iska, if you said you were sort of looking out over the people, you do see lots of eyes, this sort of awe and wonder as they look at Luck. After that first minute, I think, it's only a minute, the wings did disappear, but to them, it's as though they're still there. There are a few who have come forward and have started to just try to console the choir. The two women whose boy you healed seem to have gone up there with some bread and just watered wine, some of the things that they had brought for their son, even to try to somehow help. Is the staff still lying on the ground, or did someone take the staff?
Luna has not let go of the staff. She's had it the entire time.
I thought so, but
yeah.
So the staff is with Luna. Celia, you have the dagger. Axel has the medallion. Okay, so Iska, Celia.
Celia will. She has not let go of Tara's hand, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
She's still holding it. And she smiles to Tara, and she pulls her along over to Iska. And she says, Iska, I have someone that I want you to meet.
And Iska's eyes kind of perk up at this, being pulled out from the kind of crowd maintenance she was doing. And Iska kind of looks like confused for a second, and then like just back to Celia, and kind of just mouths like, is it?
Iska nods. She says, Iska, this is my sister Tara. Tara, this is Iska.
And
she's like a sister.
Iska is kind of silent for a second. Deep breath. It's a real pleasure to meet you, Tara. I'm so happy you're here with us. I'm so happy you two are back together.
Tara sort of just looks at you and looks between Celia and Iska, and It was your voice. It broke through before I saw my friends. You see, she gets a little haunted. She looks into Iska. You've changed everything.
We've changed everything. And we've changed it so that you can take it from here. So that you can change it, that you can shape it. You've heard my voice. Now, I and Celia and everyone else needs to hear yours. Let's get you rested up, healed up. But you're free now. You're all free.
She sort of looks. It won't work.
What's that?
Healing. They tried. That's why there's been so many of us. The staff, when we sing,
it does something? Does it take?
I think I've been the longest to survive.
Ooh.
I was strong back in Falcon's Crest. I led many. But the others, they were just ordinary people. They didn't last as long.
We'll, trust me. We'll figure this out. And, let's go kind of like look to Celia and just kind of mouth, Axel and Vidar. Like,
yeah, immediately Celia is on our telepathic thing and she says, how do you destroy a magic item?
Well, we got an expert in destroying things.
How what?
Perfect.
As far as I'm aware, it's dependent upon the item. Lots and lots of force.
that staff, his staff, we think it's done something to the choir, taken something from them. They say they can't heal. That the staff is part of that. We need to try.
Well, we're coming down in a moment. Just we'll see what we can do.
We'll make sure they're comfortable.
Luna might need help with this one.
Just make it so the staff never did it.
Like you're a genius.
Just a few minutes, and everyone is gathered. Luna, I assume you heed the call and head back down, and the whole party
absolutely.
is there near the choir. With the staff is there.
As we look upon the staff, is there any recognition from it? Have we seen it before?
The piece that you recognize is this tear of Eldath that is in its top. You know that it is a divine weapon, or that a weapon that was made by a god. That is this sort of twisted. It looks like it was once like a very elegant weapon, staff. It has now been twisted. There are parts of it that are scorched. It is very much obviously different from its original construction.
Bears no similarity to the staff used at East.
No, not at all.
No. Okay. Cool. Just wanted to clarify. Thank you. If Vidar gets to have a look, he'll question Lyle and ask, if you were able to be shattered by Ryan Talia, how do you think we could take this one out? I don't.
Well,
Could we banish it? Could we break it?
we probably want to see what it does first.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Identify. It's a good spell. Strong spell.
It's like, well, I'm no help here.
There are ways. I would have told you that I was unbreakable until I was broken.
Never want that to happen again. So let's wait. Let's wait for the identifier to get here.
The identify. Not Axel. The identify.
Yeah.
Yeah, way to objectify Bedard.
I mean, it's
Is it just a spell to you?
So you're gonna do
No,
this?
he's more than a friend.
Are you gonna do this ritualistically, or are you gonna cast it?
he can't cast it as an prepped, so he'll cast it do it ritually,
Okay.
and see what he can sort out with, just in terms of what it can do, and he'll ask, Luna. I mean, you're familiar with the tear, as far as I know. It's, brings life and such from what I've seen in Elevation Pit, and I suppose not
It
entirely.
is possible to use it for that purpose. However, this was made for war. This is not for healing. Not in its current form.
See what we can do.
So you
Might be able to disassemble it. Yes, identify.
Celia will also give Axel the dagger to identify as well.
okay?
There you go.
So staff first
Uh,
takes about 10 minutes, as you know, to cast.
Take
You
a
should
nine.
see that now in all of your things. This is the Weave Warped Staff of Fallen Tears.
Where is my junk things that I need?
There it is. Oh, jeez.
Let's have a look. See.
So
Oh.
I can read it out for the people at home. This 6-foot-long staff, topped with a tear of Eldath, once a beautiful, elegant form, has been twisted by exposure to the arcane forces of the Sylvan Expanse and the Vice Vortex. The staff pulls upon the life force of any subjugated or willing Genasi within 90 feet to create the following effects based on the Genasi type. These effects do stack. Fire Genasi will invoke a Vice Surge. Air Genasi is able to target a Vice Surge. An Earth Genasi is able to nullify a Vice Surge. With a Water Genasi present, you can identify what the Vice Surge is. The staff deals 12d12 plus the number of Genasi within range damage, split equally among all Genasi within range, and reduces their hit point maximum by the same amount. This is restorable by Greater Restoration or similar magic. In the presence of an elemental anchor, the surge can be plus or minus 10 of the rolled number on the chart.
I'm not saying that would make a great weapon in an army, but it would make a great weapon in an army out of character. Just saying.
Um, yeah, you'll share that information.
Yeah.
They've been withered away over uses. It can be restored, but requires the magic to do so. The staff itself doesn't contribute until it's used. Destroying it won't change anything in their situation. On the plus side, it doesn't get any worse once it's gone.
Then we'll have to work on finding the magic we need to help them. The staff will not be invoked in their presence. And like in saying, and at present, she actually like her eyes turn sort of like to slits and stares at everybody to make it clear.
Oh,
like,
no,
I don't care. You're dead if you do that.
Yeah.
Just...
yeah, Axel's like just gonna give it back to her once he's done. It's like, straight. That's yours. You'll touch it.
Yeah, you have to attune to it to be able to invoke it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, again, very expensive magic where the temple probably just figured, get more. As far as the dagger goes, another
Yep. Another identify.
identify, and
Sorry about that.
we'll just do that one to Tree and to Axel.
Cheeky.
Oh, good.
Yeah, great. Yeah, the lich and the assassin. What could go wrong?
They can share if they want. If they tell me to share, I will.
I think you did explain
That's a
to us another time.
big if.
It's down under Celia Treasure.
I mean, he'll be telling Celia what it does. I'm not, unless she wants him to hide the capabilities, he will be sharing it in general with everyone.
Yeah. So if he starts talking, do you stop him, Celia?
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a dagger of natural death. Yeah, it's capable of wearing, very much like the staff, just wearing the life out of you through, I guess, beating all that horrible stuff. Same thing as if you've been run to death or something.
Whoa.
Oh, it does also damage and is very, very likely to hit something vulnerable, because that's how it works, right? When you're going through something, you're going to hit more things than just. Well, yeah, you can have it back. Identifies it, gives it back.
Yep. So
And he'll settle down. I think he's going to identify the medallion.
as you
If he
start
can
to examine
determine
it,
if it's. Yeah.
you start to examine the medallion, it is not inherently magical. It just is an
Okay.
arcane focus, and it's just the dark necromantic energy that has passed through it has just impregnated it with, and so you, while it's not inherently magical, you just know that something horrible has been used to channel a horrible spell or multiple horrible spells.
Ooh. I have an ability
Sorry.
that could work here. Sorry.
That
You
was
actually
not the right
do.
time to ooh.
Sorry.
That was not
sorry,
the right
no,
time.
Sorry. Wrong time to ooh, but oohing because
Let's go hard confirmed, Lich.
confirmed. God damn it! The plot twist is ruined.
Fallen Paladin and Lich.
Yeah, yeah. I forgot you
yeah.
do have something very helpful here.
Yeah.
I have something super helpful here.
Look into that.
Hold on, where is it? It's a thing.
Psychometry.
Yeah, it's something like that. Hold on, it's different from what the actual Blood Hunter thing is. So give me a second. Is it this one? Yeah, that's the one.
Yep. You can again be. We'll say Axel basically did this at the beginning, so you could be doing this at the same time, so we don't have more time pace. But do me a wisdom ability check.
Okay.
Advantage. Or not advantage, inspiration. Bardic
There we go.
inspiration.
Bardic Inspo. Alrighty. Alright, I'll pop it on. It's a D10. Or D. Yep, D10.
I think it's D10 now since we.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh,
20.
well.
So anyway,
Yeah, 23.
on a 23, this does absolutely give you a story. You see in your mind this dark energy passing through it. It has been used for the spell to render down these Genasi. It is part of an arcane focus that has been used to turn the Genasi into these gems and sort of these amalgam of rock or whatever their origin Genasi might be, to basically turn people into things. It also, on a 23, because that's pretty damn high, it is almost like it's pulling towards the north, towards the rectory, as though it's trying to return somewhere. It is almost like, that how you were pulled towards the Vault of the Pious Paladin by the your tracking skills as a blood hunter. Your divine intuition pulls you towards the rectory area.
North.
Well,
I'll go.
I think we should all just search this area before. Did warn about traps or something, and the chaplains.
Looks to the person who clearly knows this place. Al. It begins with an L.
Laurel, yep.
No, that's it.
Laurel.
Yep.
He never let anyone in there. I can lead you to the door. If the chaplain is, you want to go to the chaplain's quarters?
Chaplains.
Yes.
Chaplains, presumably.
I can lead you there. And come this way, sort of motions to all of you, if all of you are coming, or if other people want to stay behind, whatever.
Yep.
So he takes you up through the rectory, out to the courtyard, up the stairs, down along the hallway, down to basically a corner room, and goes, this is it.
I check it. Sort of looking to Axel.
I think it'll take 10 minutes to cast. Detect magic just before and do a physical check over as well.
Okay.
So I think you'll have detect magic running while they're in the room.
Okay, so y'all go to try the door. The door is locked.
Right.
I can help.
Yep. As you're walking down the rectory, you do notice a lot of people's doors are open. Seems as though quite a few people might have fled, who might have been here. Any other people who might have been involved got out. You will notice that pretty much the rooms where the doors are open, it seems to be very like standardized furniture, almost like in a college dorm type idea, as this was once a school, bed, desk, whatever. Type idea. But yeah, if you want to do a thieves tools, and you have advantage because you've got Lad Jr. to pick the lock.
Lad,
We go.
buddy.
Hey,
On
Ferry.
a 30, it's basically just sort of a normal door lock, and you are, without much. It's kind of like you just do it with a lot of finesse. It's just.
It's like,
it's
are you
almost,
sure this door was locked?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
You sure? 'Cause
going off.
it just opens. And Axel, you cast detect magic.
Yep, detect magic.
Okay. As you go inside, you guys can look around. It is a little bit. It's almost as though two rooms have been put together here, so it's sort of longer than it is wide, as though a door was knocked down. This seems to be like the prefect's room at a dorm type idea. And you do see that it is the size and shape of the furniture is the same. However, in Axel, with your detect magic, you will see as though there's been illusion placed over top of much of it, so it looks more refined and opulent than what it really is. So Axel, you see basically illusion magic on pretty much all the pieces of furniture, this wardrobe that's in there, a desk, there is a rug over the floor, there is the bed, of course. Just sort of basic general furnishings.
Is there a source for the illusion of he's like the fact that it's still up while he's dead?
You can do me an Arcana check.
Doesn't always, but having just a permanent illusions usually might be something. This is the wrong thing to look for an Arcana button. There we go.
There you go.
On a
30,
31, you can see small runes, placed around on many of these pieces of furniture that that basically are generated. He's taken some time to make some runes, but yeah, it's basically, like I say, it's sort of oblong. There's a couple bookshelves. There's a small table. There's a little fireplace. Again, the bed. There's 2 windows, as it seems as though it was 2 rooms put together.
All right. So yeah, he'll keep an eye out for any traps, runes, explosives, warnings, and he will probably head over to the desk. See if there's something around on the desk. Luck, do you get any sense of further location?
Go ahead and do me another wisdom. So you're going to do an investigation, Axel?
Yeah.
Go ahead and do me an investigation. What's everyone else doing in the room?
Oh,
Luck, you can't get more sort of refined to this room. This is where you were being drawn to. On a 16, the desk seems fairly. You were looking for traps, not looking for stuff at this point, correct?
I was keeping an eye out for traps. I was looking for stuff on the desk.
You don't see any magical, other than illusion, on the desk. It all seems to be scripture. It seems to be notes. It is on a 16. It seems as though it is like a show set. That everything is just you've worked before. This isn't someone's working desk. This is something that he has set up as a prop for if he ever had visitors in here. There's a couple different things of the Temple of Purity, some Temple of Purity doctrine, things like that on the desk.
Okay, this is fake. Like, there's an illusion, already a level of illusion, plus a level of fake setup. Hidden doors, maybe, or something.
is the fireplace lit?
Fireplace.
Yep, I'm gonna.
Okay, the 2 of you all,
Yeah.
you can either each roll or someone can assist the other in an investigation of the
Ah,
fireplace.
that's Celia.
So Celia with advantage.
Investigation. Find it. There we go. 29.
On a 29, actually, we're gonna switch. Let's get a little of our sneaky Axel music.
Boop boop. Boop boop.
On a 29, it seems to be a functional fireplace. There does not seem to be anything more to it than that. It is. You can't find any hidden levers, or anything like that around.
Okay, Celia will check walls and any cupboards for hidden Narnia stuff. You know.
Okay. You go all around to the different pieces. On a 29, you get to the wardrobe. And as you are, checking for Narnia
The Narnia
things,
thing was a joke, I thought.
Yeah. She sees the satire
Thought
fall
it was
out.
a joke.
Yeah.
you pull open the doors of the wardrobe, and on the 29 investigation, they are far heavier than you would expect them to be. And as the doors open, whereas before you just saw illusion magic, Axel, you now see a different schools of magic emanating from within, as though this wardrobe was somehow shielding magic. As I won't make you roll for it, it is not apparently the same wardrobe as in all the other rooms. It is made of lead.
So lead wardrobe. That's really didn't anyone dogs. Really didn't want anyone to find this. Grain, be quiet.
What, he's not a fan of lead?
Well, who would be? It's poisonous. Okay. let's see what's inside, shall we? I'm not looking forward to this one.
Well, knock knock.
So,
I've only had the
how do you all
knocks out.
want to proceed? There's one side that is like hanging clothes. The other side is drawers, like a stack of drawers all the way down, and then at the top of it there is a door that sort of opens. So you sort of have a just open area where robes can hang, a upper half door that will open into what would be a smaller cabinet, and then there are 4 drawers underneath.
I'll grab the clothing and throw them to the floor. Nice and easy.
Out of the way.
Yep. Take the floor, a bunch of robes. You can see Arcana. You can see, I'm sorry, Temple of Purity robes get thrown to
I was like, oh, kind of missed it.
Ah, I knew it!
I knew it.
Vital was right all along.
Yeah.
They're the wings.
Never brings all along.
Yep, so that's empty. Check on the little cupboard to see if there's any. I can spot any magical runes on it.
Do me a Arcana check.
And I mean, same with the drawers as well, I guess.
Okay.
Just to catch if there's anything there that we can set off if we try and open them.
Yep. On a 25, the top cabinet does not seem to be. The third drawer down does seem to have an arcane rune upon it.
Right. Can he determine that to disable it?
On a 25, you are able to disable that.
Alright. Start with that one first then, shall we?
Okay.
And he'll open it up carefully so nothing falls out or anything.
Yep. So as you open it up, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Hey! Should have checked the normal trap, shouldn't I, Celia?
Always hooked
no.
up on your magic. Oh,
On a 7, you take 11 points of poison damage as just a basic poison needle trap goes right into your paw as you try to open up this drawer.
This sounds familiar. Alright. Ow. Okay, a bit woozy. That was smart. Alright. Is it open now?
It is open.
Dear.
You see inside of it a deep red spell book and a scroll that you see labeled arcanely as a Summon Lesser Demons scroll, and what looks like a wand.
He'll tell Luck what it is and hand it over.
yep, that's
Tempting as it is.
going away with the book.
No, it's a wand of smiles. Didn't you know? It's so odd that it would be here. This wand.
The
of
one,
smiles.
he'll take the one, he'll flip through the book.
You flip through the book and just in a quick check, you find the following.
I'll make sure I have noted that I am currently carrying the Summon Lesser Demon Scrolls. Probably important. At some point, it'll be important, I'm sure. Hey guys, we're going against an enemy only a demon can defeat.
Right. He will find.
Did somebody say chaotic destruction?
Yeah. He
No,
will find.
no one said that.
He will find the pages with the summon demon spells and tear them out and hand them to Luck.
Right.
If he can get them out without ruining other spells.
Yeah, you could do
Yep.
that.
So he'll just tear those pages out and hand them to Luck.
Okay. Puts them away with the Book of Nope.
Book of Nope. So if we ever really need it, it's there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Book of Nope is still here. It's just no one's ever touching it.
Alright. Okay, we've got the spellbook and the wand. I'll identify it later. Let's see if we can actually find anything else other than just loot, I guess. And
Anyone else want to make an investigation or look at things?
Look at some more drawers, shall we? There's the drawer, the small drawer up top, was it?
Yeah, there's 4 total drawers.
Celia.
Oh,
Celia will investigate for non-magical traps.
Gotcha.
But I'll have a look around if his mask's in here.
Oh, for you and your busks.
You do not. Do me an investigation check, Vidar, for your mask. Celia, as you open up, look at the 3rd drawer that's now open. You realize that it can actually come out. It's not here, but boy, that's all you're worried about is that mask. You don't care what's happening in this room. You don't care what they found. Where's your mask? Where's your damn mask?
5 minutes into it, I give up and walk away. 3 out once in a row.
Wow, that is, isn't it? So, Celia, on a 30, you're able to pull out this drawer. You realize that the 4th drawer is a fake.
Ooh.
And you are able to see that there is a compartment below it, and that it is in fact trapped.
I will try and disable the trap. If it's a non-magical one.
Go ahead and do me a... you can do an Arcana check. Do an Arcana check to see if it's a magical one or a physical one.
It's gonna end well. Honestly, I'm surprised. I am proud.
Wow.
On
High
a
up
21, you look at it. You look at it. It doesn't feel right. You don't know what it is, but something, it just doesn't feel right. Because you cannot find a mechanical piece. But you also can't find an arcane piece. You can't find either.
She's gonna pull out her electric dagger and put it next to it and let the electrical stuff do its thing. See if that helps any.
Okay. So you're sticking it into the compartment?
Into a socket.
Yep.
So you're sticking it into
the socket.
This is a fork in the socket kind of deal right now.
Okay.
It is.
So you're going to stick a fork in the socket.
Except the fork itself is also electrified.
And the child that would normally be holding the fork is Celia.
Yes.
You should just give it to Vidar and then everything's fine. It's normal at that point.
As you stick the dagger into this, you hear a strange sort of buzzing come from it.
Bees? Oh no.
As the rug on the floor rips back and you see a summoning circle light up below you. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Hey.
Yep.
Just
Clear
one.
this
Are
one. Let
we
me clear
saying we
this
took
one.
a short? Can I say we took a short rest at some point? Or are we going no?
I don't think we've had time.
I don't think you've taken
All right,
a
screw
short
it.
rest.
I don't care. Let's fight.
I will say this, that the
What were we doing while Axel was identifying? Because that was a good 20 minutes
That was
at least.
20 minutes, wasn't it? We can always.
I usually try to
20
think that it's
minutes.
more like 30 to 45 minutes for a short rest.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's about. It's meant to be about
We
an hour.
don't have it.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
more
see
of a-
this
yeah.
summoning circle pop up, and yeah,
No, no good time.
All right, just let's summon the demons. Let's get it over with.
So I'm just trying to see where everyone is. So Celia was right here in front. Whoops, I got the wrong thing picked. Celia is right here in front of the wardrobe. Vidar said you had walked, so we'll have you just outside the room. Luna, Axel was right nearby the wardrobe as well. You guys kind of get knocked back to the walls as this summoning circle activates behind you, and I need Axel and Luck
Oh,
to do me history checks.
oh boy.
I'll actually give you advantage because this is in your ballywick, Luck.
Oh,
The summoning circle completes, and in the center of the room, you both get very concerned because what appears through that summoning circle is a pit fiend.
oh, son of a.
Who looks around at all of you and roars and goes, I have a contract to protect this place. You are in violation. And roars to life.
I have a pickaxe with your name on it, and you're in violation of its personal space.
Hi, Kyle. Welcome back. Roll initiative.
You have a contract with a dead person.
Do you think we
Hunter?
care? Do you think we
What?
care about whether you're alive or dead in the Underdark?
I've killed bigger things. Let's do this.
Come on.
Shut up and lay down. Why did we summon a pit fiend?
It's fine.
Blame the necromancer, not me, the other one. He gave us all the clues.
Go away to make a coffee for 5 minutes
1,
and this
2, 3,
happens?
4. Who am I missing? I'm missing someone's initiative.
1, 2, 3, 4. Axel is not there. There we go.
Do we have Axel initiative? There we go.
There we go.
Cool. Luck, you're first. This pit fiend roars at you. He is sitting there brandishing this giant mace, his tail swinging back and forth.
Bonus action. Divine Right. Swing around the pickaxe. And dos.
Well then.
Well then, those both hit.
He's not in the mood.
Very little in the mood as you do 30 points of damage to this pit fiend as he...
Hold on, where is it? That's not right. There it is. There you go. Extra 3 on that.
And an extra 3. He just... Again, this is very tight quarters, and he just plants himself, looks at you, takes these hits, and looks back, and is just like... So we're gonna dance. Next up, Axel. You are still under... You still have your giant strength.
Yeah, I was looking there. I was like, oh yeah, I've still got that.
It's for an hour.
I don't know if this will help.
Oh, I need to turn on the map so folks can see it. Sorry about that. Sorry, viewers. You might want to. You want to watch the show and participate with us and actually see what we're doing.
Nah, mate.
Oh, it's only for me. I can't just shove him back through the portal.
Oh, that
Or
would be...
through the. It's like, oh, you gate rune on the summoning circle and just push them back through it.
Get out!
So what did I miss?
Celia, instead of trying, not knowing whether something was
Celia
trapped.
has been spending too much time with Vidar. That is what you missed.
Yeah.
That seems accurate.
He gave us so many clues with the demons summoning in the book and the demons.
Demons, and demons.
Also,
and...
are we on the combat map yet, Jay? Because I don't.
Yes, you are.
Are we?
We're on the dashboard.
No,
setup.
you are not on the combat map. Sorry, blink.
There we
Yeah,
go.
so we're all on the wrong. We're also all on the wrong tokens.
There we go. Now we're seeing. Now
You
we're
should be
seeing
fine.
things.
Your tokens should still be good because they're all copied.
I
I
can't
see
select
myself
mine.
on the.
I think it cleared the initiative as well, unfortunately.
Yeah,
it's,
the
yeah.
initiative is attached to the token.
I actually still have all of y'all's initiative, but
You,
I mean,
Yeah.
you're welcome to call it out. Then.
I can call
yeah,
it
if you
out.
just want to tell us. Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
if you all want to
um,
write it down, I mean, Axel's up next.
Axel
I
is up next.
can't select my token. Classic.
Classic. It is because it's still thinking that you are Luck Goldheart. You are not Luck Goldheart anymore. You are Luck Goldheart Divine Hunter.
You're Mr. Spit.
There, you should be able to now.
Forgot the tagline. Very
Alright.
important.
He's going to activate, because he probably should, activate the Insight Rune on the Dragon Axe. And I think I'm going to a healing die. To heal up. 6 points. And I think that's all I can really
Vidar, you're
do
on
at
deck.
the moment. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. You stand where you are?
He's stuck in the corner. Not really much in the way he can go
Okay.
at this point.
Vidar, you are up. You are out in the hall. Actually, let me show you where you are. Let me reveal you. You are
Thank
just
you.
outside here in the hall. You hear
Okay.
the giant roar of this pit fiend from inside.
Dar, demon, hero mode, go.
I step away to look for 1 second, and you summon a demon.
Blame your girlfriend.
Did you at least find your mask?
Because it's gonna be so useful here.
Truly. Alright, let's see if I can dismiss this thing. I need to get close.
Yeah, banishment would be nice.
Alright. Whittle him down. And Vidar is going to cast. He's going to cast Hex on it,
Okay.
and use his action to. Because I can't get any closer without using an action. I can get to there. Actually, I'm gonna get there. I'm not gonna use Hex. I'm just gonna get there. I'm gonna look at this demon.
You aren't going to use Hex?
I'm not going to use Hex. I'm going to ready my action to cast. Actually, yeah, I'm going to cast. What is it? What is the spell? Dispel evil and good, and have it on myself because it's on myself. So
Wait,
that's
dispel or protection from?
Dispel evil and good.
dispel evil and good.
Dispel him.
Okay.
Can you dispel him?
I can, but I have to do it as an action. I have to already have the spell cast.
He has to cast a spell
right, yeah.
on himself, so
Right.
then he can...
Okay,
Yeah.
so that he can then do it. Got
Yeah.
it.
Bonus action, I'll drink. No, I won't. Bonus action, I will.
Just
do
a pit
nothing.
fiend. Just a pit
So-
fiend.
I was gonna cast that and be like, do I speak Infernal?
Iska, you're up.
I did not, but I'm just gonna say,
Up next.
as I cast it, I'm just gonna summon some magic and just say, so Mr. Devil, you stand before us in the
I am no
fortress
devil.
cliffs.
Demon. Big difference.
Whatever the hell you are, you're still an infernal piece of trash.
Wow.
Oh, good.
Or a
Insult
abyssal
him.
piece of trash. I will.
I mean,
I'm gonna
calling
make
him a
an
devil is an
intimidation-
insult enough. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make an intimidation check.
Okay, you can make an intimidation check on a nat 20.
Nice.
I'm not sure if that's
Yes.
intimidate. I mean, the question is, does that
Wow.
intimidate him or provoke him?
I feel like
I'm going
that's
for
taught, Like
intimidation.
you're pulling.
He likes a challenge.
I'm just like, yeah, do you want to stand before the Soul Forged Eclipse, Lysithia? and just see if the name of Lysithia invokes any, cosmic memory of a certain god of protection from back in the day.
Okay. We'll see what happens. Iska, you're up.
Okay. Iska is going to do a little clamber because I got to get within 30 feet of mostly everyone. Unfortunately, I can't get Axel without getting into bad territory, I think. So I'm going to hop behind Vidar, do a little pop-up over the bed, get behind Luck, and I'm going to cast one of my Chorus of Muses, Arado's Chant. So I'm going to cast Beacon of Hope, essentially.
Nice.
So any healing will automatically, besides our healing die, will be max healing, and we have advantage on all wisdom saving throws, I believe. Wait,
Correct.
sorry, it can't be. Wait, no, sorry, that's protection. So it's just advantage on all wisdom saving throws and death saving throws.
Death saving throw. Yep, absolutely.
So, and as my bonus action, I'm going to use one of those healing die because your girl tired.
And you were saying everyone's got it except for Axel.
Axel, yep.
Got it. Okay.
And he can.
So
I'm pretty sure he can walk into the area.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, I
Hey,
think
look
it's
at that.
when you're isn't it on the cast though?
Oh, is it? Let me check real quick.
When your castle is in
Choose any number of creatures within
Yep.
range for the duration each target. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah,
so you have to be in range. You then can get
Yep,
out
there
of
we go.
range.
Sorry, Axel.
Yep. Wow. Nice. 12. So that's your everything.
Yep.
Celia, you're up.
Yeah, I got a new friend.
You want to try and exhaust the demon? This is going to be interesting.
I'm gonna try and exhaust the demon. So
Okay, for story, we'll say that you've attuned to it because you've been holding it. You've been holding it since the battle.
except for the 15 minutes that it was in
Yeah.
Axel's hand.
Shh. We'll let you do it. We're here for story.
And so she pulls the dagger, and knowing that, like, she would know that fire wouldn't have any effect on the fiend.
Yeah.
So she'll have she'll have enlightenment out instead of the rapier.
Okay.
And I have advantage because he hasn't gone in combat
He has
yet.
not attacked yet because he had crappy initiative.
So 18 and 20.
The 18 unfortunately misses. The 20, however, will hit.
Oh,
Okay. At least I still get a sneak attack.
You sure do. So you do 19.
That was really good.
Yeah, it was really good, dude. 19 plus 17 is 36 points of total damage. Go coursing into this demon. As you sneak up behind him before he's attacking, you get him like sort of right in the kidney, and he rips around and looks at you. And he's still looking pretty hale and hearty.
Yep. But he's been hit, so that's fine.
He has been
I
hit.
should have marked that. Dang it.
God
I
dang it.
will.
Oh, well.
I will use a healing dice.
Okay. It is now the Pit Fiend's turn. He is going to reach out, and let's see. He makes. He's going to reach out with his claws to first go for Luck Goldheart. On a 32, he's going to hit
Yeah, it's
for 18 slashing.
magical.
His claws are not. Pit Fiend's
What?
weapon attacks are magical. So, yes, it is magical.
Yeah, that is magical. Alrighty.
So he's going to slash into you for 1. He is going to actually going to do. Golly, he does that many attacks? 4 attacks.
He's a pit fiend.
He's a Pit Fiend.
This
He
is
is going
dick.
to try to hit you again for a 31 with his claws for another 16 slashing on Luck.
Left in tank.
He's going to swing around with his mace to try to crush Celia. 25.
Yep, I will uncanny dodge.
This flaming mace comes down on you, doing 15 bludgeoning damage plus 23 fire damage.
Yep, so 15 plus 23.
What's his reach on that? 10 feet.
32. So 19 damage.
And as he swings around, he is going to use his tail to grab Luna. He looks at Vidar and then does actually
Luna's at 15 feet, not 10.
Yeah.
I just measured it.
Oh, yep, yours 15 feet. So 10 feet is going to have to be. He's going for Vidar. Well, he could go for Iska, who just cast a thing. Yeah, you intimidated him, so he's going after Iska with his tail. 29. And that's 17 points of bludgeoning damage to Iska. You'll need to make a concentration check to see if you can keep Beacon of Hope up.
Is that Constitution or what is that?
It is Constitution for concentration. You do. No problem. So that is its turn. It is going to stay where it is. Luna, you are up.
Just a second. I'm just double checking to see if. Hey, guess who's within 30 feet of me? Bird gets Sanctuary.
Sweet.
That's
Remind
something.
me if I try to attack him because I will forget. Actually,
You have disadvantage.
Yep.
So Bird is that. That's my bonus. That's bonus. And for an action, we're gonna step forward first and do 2 attacks with heavy water.
Bam bam.
Okay, bam bam.
So unarmed.
23 is
and-
going to hit.
Okay,
11, however, will not.
So that's 5.
So you do 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Cool. Anything else you would like to do?
Nope, that's action and bonus. That's
Cool.
for me.
Luck, you are now up.
Alrighty. Sugar-doo-doo. We'll do a healing die quickly.
You are welcome to do that. He is spun around and is actually facing Azilia now.
Okay. Take the 5. And, just double checking things. You know what? Why not? We're going to try and knock him prone.
Okay. Shove attack.
Shove attack.
Go for
Do
it.
it.
Ooh.
It's against his athletics, correct?
Yep.
Interesting.
Ooh, stays the same.
Yep, save is on the same.
Right. Do it
Try
again.
again.
There we go. Much better.
24. 24. Oh,
What
that
is
just
this?
the two of them are just grappling each other back and forth, trying to keep each other down. That's awesome. So you now have the Pit Fiend. I'd just say y'all are like locked together.
Didn't Luck get Bardic Inspiration?
Now you used it.
Used
Oh,
it.
cool.
Yep.
He used it, unfortunately.
He's got a. So I like to imagine sort of pickaxe and sort of his mace locked up and his other hands are.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. And bonus action, invoke my Shield of Righteous because I haven't done that yet.
Sweet.
It's 2d6, I think. Hold
Yep.
on. Yeah, 2d6.
But yeah, big old AC bonus.
A big old AC bonus.
It's 3 or 4. I forget how much it gave you. 3.
3
Yeah.
gives me, which sits me on 20 AC.
Nice.
My turn over.
With that, Axel, you're up. Vidar on deck.
Fidaxel, yes, Fidaxel is his name.
Vidaxel. He's the name of the Pit Fiend, actually. How did you know?
How off the committee is going to move up. Why do I have the no? Just looking at the things I've got in my attacks here, and it's like, why do I have a disintegrate? He is going to use the Dragon Axe. I think it's set up for strength at the moment. Yes. And let's see if he hits. Should have said I was planning to use advantage, but I didn't. Okay. 25, 24.
24, you are going to hit.
And that triggers the insight rune.
Sweet.
What am I? Brain. Sorry.
Oh, nice.
23.
No, that's if you would have gotten with the
Oh,
Yeah, so it's just
brain.
saying.
Just
17. Still 17.
still 17.
Yep.
And you trigger the
Yeah,
insight
see.
room. Remind me what that does. It gives you his.
24 damage. On top of that.
Yep.
Why did it pop?
Necrotic. Nope, that works.
And also, and then total levels of spell slots transferred. Those spell slots or abilities, I think.
Yeah. So you pull. So what? It's 6 slots worth.
Yep.
Or abilities. You pull a fireball. Wait. You pull. Let's see. What would that be? Because it starts at highest, correct?
Yes, that's highest.
So you pull. You pull a hold monster. And because there's only one spot left at it, because that's a level 5, and a detect magic.
Okay, I'm good with having the whole monster. What level is that?
It's a level 5.
Oh, do it. Okay. Level 5. Ooh. So, quick question. In here it says, if a stolen spell is unknown to you, there's a chance you can retain it and add to your spell book. Should we do that afterwards and figure out how that works?
Yes, it's a roll of whether or not it's a you do a intelligence check, and it is basically it's just like a dispel magic. It's 10 plus the spell's level is the DC on it to see whether you can retain it.
Cool. So he used that. He is not much else he can do other than he has no bonus action except
Yep.
step, which he uses. So that's it.
Vidar, you're up. Iska's on deck.
So she just said that they're going to mass cure wounds. It's 24 healing to everyone and a bardic inspiration to.
It's not Iska yet. It's first
Oh, yeah.
Vidar, but then we'll do it.
Oh.
Yep.
Do the thing.
Do the thing.
Alright, nonchalantly stepping on up to him. Are you really struggling against immortals? Our friends here isn't even in his angelic form. And he's gonna place a hand on the scale form. Head on back, will you?
We're not ready.
Use dismissal.
Okay, so a melee spell attack.
Come on.
Spell attack, so in using that, what am I gonna use? I believe I have dismissal down there, that's correct.
Charisma saving throw. Wow.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Our Pit Fiend's actually Pit Fiend's kind of charismatic.
It's the mustache.
So wait, it has to hit though, right?
Goatee.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a bardic inspiration on that.
Okay.
Thank you, chat. I appreciate that.
We appreciate you.
So it's gonna be D12.
Yep, D12.
D12.
Donated an inspiration.
Nice.
22 will hit. On a 19, he makes his save. He kind of looks back at you and goes, I think I'd rather stay.
Don't worry, I could do this all day.
Please don't taunt the giant pit fiend that's about to kill us.
He already has.
Can I just correct that?
Oh,
He rolled a 7.
Oh yeah.
a 7
That good
plus
enough.
7 is 14.
Nice.
And with the divination of, Axel,
I think I'll stay. I don't think you will.
he looks, I think I'll stay. And then he whips his head around and looks at you. And when he thought it had failed,
Thrax.
Tell the planes the sphere is protected by the Frost Star Reclaimer. See ya.
and yeah, he is banished and gone. See ya.
Oof.
That spell So good.
Dude.
That is, I feel supercharged.
And just whoop, he just, and you see the summoning circle disappear. I'm juggling people around to their correct spaces because when you DC'd.
Honestly,
Sorry,
I walk
yeah, no.
out for 5 minutes. For 5 seconds. Not even 5 seconds.
So what have we learned about putting forks in sockets?
Don't do it. It summons demons.
Don't do it if it's going to summon.
To be honest, that probably will not be my last time.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we were all like, oh, "What's going on? What's going on?" We did not know that it was there, because that's what it's good for.
So,
Is there anything else I need to touch in here to dispel? I know I'm not allowed to touch things,
Well,
but
You
Vidal
know-
be gone from Cilia. I'm going to put a hand on Cilia's shoulder. Oh, it's not working. The curse is too powerful. Sorry, darling.
so you
I've
guys
infected you.
we're
are
going to die because you touched something. We're going to die because you touched something one day. I swear.
I saved us. Not really.
Well, thank you very much for that. That was 15. Those are not small
No.
problems.
No.
Ugh.
Having one trapped in the sphere would be, interesting, but hey, we won't be seeing him again.
I think they only remain for a short period of time anyway.
As long as their physical form is tied to this world, they'll stay, but if they're dismissed back home, they're not coming back. I do enjoy this little...
So, you guys look down. This summoning circle has gone dark. There's still the compartment over there. It is not opened after being stuck with the dagger.
We're going to try this again.
Gonna look around, check if there's no more summoning circles.
I'm just gonna go to the summoning
check if
circle.
anything's animated. Paranoid now. Is anything a mimic?
Can I
Is
destroy
it a
the
mimic?
circle?
Is it animated? Is there a summoning circle? Or is there going to be a giant rock?
If I drag Lyle across the summoning circle, will that destroy the circle enough to break its enchantment?
No, you actually try it, and it seems to heal itself back.
I'm
Seems
just
as
gonna
though
do
it
this-
is somehow all but almost constantly being redrawn. So while you see it break, it just kind of like all but knits itself back together. It seems to be
Can-
there's something else that is affecting this circle in the room.
So you don't think I'd be able to use the break enchantment of Dispel Evil to, instead of having it stitch itself together, have the entire thing just... It can't stitch itself back together if it doesn't exist there.
You can certainly try,
I will
but
try.
the thing is, do me an Arcana check first.
I'll do you an Arcana check. I'll do it at advantage. Thank you so much, Hawkeye.
Yeah, you know magic circles.
And that's some magic circles. I'm very curious about this one.
Oh,
I might
thank
keep
you,
it for
Hawk.
myself.
On a 25, you recognize that you could dispel this, but without dispelling whatever the source is, it would still reform. This is almost like a projection on a wall, so to speak. It is not like it is, it's something is projecting this summoning circle onto the floor. There still is this hidden cabinet.
Demons.
By
Always
This
demons.
hidden compartment underneath of the fourth drawer.
the Forged Eclipse, I'd love to have the weave sight right now. Okay, we need to find the thing that's projecting this summoning circle.
No, why can't it ever be, unicorns or butterflies? It's always demons with these people.
I'm trying to
Because they're
summon
bad people and demons
butterflies.
are bad.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Axel, your detect magic would still be up, so you do see conjuration aura coming from beneath, from that
Draw.
that compartment where Cilia had poked it, where she
Okay,
poked
so
the
it's-
demon.
It's probably tied to the compartment. Let's see if I can get that.
You can do me an Arcana check to try to disarm whatever is happening there.
30.
No?
On a 30,
These last three rolls, goodness. We've been rolling really weird today.
on a 30, with Vidar's sort of guidance from his nat 20 of seeing the projection, you're able to actually sort of figure out where that arcane piece is coming from, and are able to find a sort of a smaller rune that looks like the one on the floor that you are able to disrupt and sort of unbind the two, and you watch as the summoning circle disappears with Vidar sort of there guiding you along. A natural 20 with a 25 actually did not meet the DC.
Wow.
Dang. That's all I get for a +5.
Hey.
No chance in hell I would have been able to draw that circle down at all, would it? Just in that time?
No, I don't think so. It's
No.
very complex.
Yeah.
circle.
Very good.
So
So,
plan to use it, right?
No, of course not.
yeah, you do see
Academic
now-
person,
yeah.
certainly.
You do see now that this compartment sort of pops just a little bit so that you can get your fingers around it.
We. All right. Any more demons? Any more traps? Any more?
Is there any more magic auras?
You cannot see any at this moment, right now.
At this point. Can't see
Oh.
them. I'll let you know when I see them.
All right. Let's try this again. Let's
It's-
open this.
I'm just going to say, because this is what I think that Bird
Yep.
would do, I think Bird would still go ahead and cast the Mass Cure Wounds
Yep.
Oh yeah.
while it's up, while he still has Beacon of Hope up, so everyone gets 24 hit points. I feel strongly that he would be like, we're doing before anything else happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone can give themselves 24 hit points. I will go in and give Iska hers.
Cool.
Okay. We will touch the desk compartment.
This is actually in the wardrobe.
Oh,
It
yeah,
is
wardrobe
under the drawer, but yeah.
Drawer compartment. You know what I mean.
Plus 24 is 68. Okay. Sorry, as I was just doing that, I can turn off this. Well, I'll leave the map up for folks. So, inside the compartment, you find a couple of things. You find Axel. You're able to quickly ascertain there's a scroll. Oh, someone's.
Nope.
Oh, there you go.
You
Yeah,
can get
thank you.
scratching and breathing. Yeah.
Yeah, you got Mike scratching. You see a teleport scroll, a scroll of teleport. You see a lead box that is shaped about the size of a book, a large book, sort of like a coffee table book. You see a gem that you've seen one like this before. It is used mainly for communication. And you see several letters in envelopes. They've been opened.
Ooh.
Yeah. So box, letters, and the communication gem. I'll grab the letters and see if we can flip through those.
Do me a investigation check. Also, there's the teleport scroll in there.
Yep, I'm writing that down. Wrong tab. 27.
On a 27, these are encrypted. They are an encrypted correspondence. That if you took some time, you could try to see if you could get the gist of them. It got banished. Vidar banished it.
Nice.
And I made a decision for you. I said you probably would still go ahead and cast the Mass Cure Wounds just to get everybody up before something more happens.
Yep.
So if you mark off that spell slot. You could take a minute or two to try to see if you can decipher this encrypted correspondence, or you have this communication gem, and then you have this other lead box.
Lead box, I guess. We'll
Yeah.
check if that's trapped or unlocked.
Lead box checking. Yay.
Okay.
Lead box check. Yeah.
Celia can probably try and decipher thief, you know.
You can try. Do you all want to decipher, or do you want to work on this box?
Why not both?
Okay, we can have Celia trying to decipher. So if you will do me a thieves tool check, and the only reason I'm letting you do this is because basically you'd be at disadvantage, so you're a flat roll because you have Lad Jr., Thieves' Little Helper, for encryption. He can sort of be a computer somewhat. On a 15, we'll see what all you get. So, who's inspecting this lead box?
Yeah. Me and Axel, I think, on this one.
So, are you doing? So, do me an investigation for mechanical and arcane for magical.
Feel like we got our wires crossed here, but let's try this.
Yeah, it's kind of
There we
work
go.
out.
I'm so, it's like,
Thanks.
yeah, I know what this is about. It's a box made of lead.
It's a lead box. On the Arcana, you are unable to see any magical trapping of this, but Luck's generalization might not make you feel so great about this.
Yeah, last time I remember like a lead box, there was this golden heart in it that had a few bad connotations to the whole story. I think I've still got that lead box sitting around.
Oh, thanks.
I don't think I do actually, because that was in this. But I'll keep this one.
Your Arcana check, it is locked, but you do not see. I mean, you do discern that it's locked, but.
Well, I'll maybe just go go help Celia then, so that when she's done, we can pick the lock and maybe.
Okay, I will say that as you do the hap, we'll go ahead with the roll that we already have there with the 20.
Yep.
And you start to get the gist of these letters. They definitely are from the chaplain's superior. And as you look down through it, you can tell that they are upset. They're telling Beldrick to get the temple back in line. That they need to be following the orders that they were given to embrace the Genasi, to try to attract as many as possible. That another letter that they need as many Genasi to be rendered and converted as soon as possible to fulfill some vision of this person. There is also a scathing third letter to remind the bishop and the deacon of who founded this church, and for them to stop believing their own propaganda. And in the last letter, there is a sort of cryptic one. It's a very different tone than the other ones. And it talks about this person or entity called the Black Talon that has shown themselves to be growing stronger, and that the Black Talon has the key to their ultimate goal.
And down the rabbit hole we go.
Aren't we always?
Well, just was hoping we get to eat cake for once.
Who calls himself the Black Talon?
People with poor naming conventions.
Spoopy people.
People with some pit fiends.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
The same kind of people who are clearly behind all of this, meaning this is evil.
So talons, dragons have talons. It must be netherwings.
Talon. No. It makes sense. Talon, Falcon's Crest, Archmistress, Neverwings. All comes back. Told us.
Archmistress, Arcana Mystica. God damn it, we were right.
There's an anchor around here somewhere too.
Oh.
Oh.
Why? What? Vidar, why were you right? You have no right to be right today, but you are. Well done. You are right. I will say it. I'm not afraid to say it. You are right.
Bows and lays on the bed. I don't want to be right. It's just been a long time coming. I'm going to take any moment I can.
What were you right about? What was he right about?
It's all connected.
Oh,
It's all
Oh, yeah.
connected.
Of course it is.
And it's
Oh, yes.
all going back down to the Archmistress that links all the way to the Neverwings, which means it links all the way to the Spheres. And as we know, if that links to the Spheres, it means it links to one big cosmic plan, which we all enjoy.
That you're a part of.
I mean, that's the way.
It's been a long day.
You
I
can
mean,
say
at
that,
least you're
or
on
we
the-
can just do whatever.
At least you're on the upper side of the cosmos, not the lower side anymore. Fix that goal.
Yeah. At least I understand that I don't know anything.
We know a lot now, to be honest.
It is a good step to that one.
I mean, the
Um,
Archmistress. We also know the Archmistress lied to the Neverwings, so you're right.
Wait.
Did we?
She lied about having the anchor. Never had the anchor in the first place.
I think she was of the opinion she did, but it's not relevant.
I don't.
Anyway,
Anyway, let's
Anyway.
you know, we
Fox.
so who's this Black Talon anyway?
the Luna, Celia.
So yeah, you.
It's-
Oh,
it's
sorry.
the name rings
Us?
a bell.
What were the notes again on that? I missed that half.
Just
I was
her
looking
last
through.
letter was saying that the Black Talon has shown themselves to be growing stronger, and they have the key. That something about the visions, that their visions of the Black Talon has shown that the Black Talon, that entity, whatever it is, has been growing stronger. That they have the key to their ultimate goal. Whoever this higher up, this Necromaster Beldrick reports to.
Yeah.
Someone's breathing into their
guys.
mic.
Sorry.
I don't know
Yeah.
who it is, whether it's either
Pick 'em
it's
up.
either Kyle or
Yeah.
just mute yourself.
So I just had a thought. You know how I've been feeding the void and it's been getting stronger.
Go on.
Keep going. No, keep going. Come on. We're sharing today.
What if that's it?
Can I do an insight check on that?
Insight for what? She's that's
Yeah. What?
And I don't know. Feeding a void makes sense. I don't know.
Where's the front of a cart when you
No.
need one?
Whenever I banished myself, and I encountered a creature and it licked me and said that I was tasty.
Should report that to your local guard.
What if the creature that I encountered is the Black Talon?
Wouldn't it call itself the Black Tongue then? Maybe? I don't know.
But ching.
There's many concepts. So, the Black Talon is somebody that is his superior, or is his superior?
The
is paying
superior
attention?
has been having visions of someone
Gotcha.
known as the Black Talon.
The black.
Gotcha. That's what I was thinking.
If it is the Black Talon, maybe they're on our side.
I mean, it's consideration.
I
It'd
hope
be
so.
nice. Like, maybe once, maybe just this one time, some mysterious organization is working with us. Like, actually working with us.
Well, we've got like 2 of those. Okay, one of them's full of dicks. The other
What?
one has been helpful.
There you go.
Well,
This
not
feel-
much
this-
we can do at this point.
This feels like a sit down round the campfire sort of discussion, then standing in a room where we nearly died discussion.
The box.
The box.
Yes. Could you try and open the box, please? It's a lock.
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you.
So, yeah, go ahead and do me a Thieves' Tool check. And you have advantage because on a natural 20, because of course it is,
Natural
it
20
is
is
a incredibly difficult lock. However, as you are going in there, and one tumbler, it has basically 10 tumblers to it before you get all the way to the end of it. And right as you get to that 10th one, you spot it before it happens. You had remembered the poison needle, and you are able to reach in, or actually Lad Jr. reaches in and is able to pull out this tiny little needle. As you pull it out, Axel, as it gets extracted from this lead box, you see dark necromantic aura around of this around this needle.
Ooh. I thought I spotted. I thought I checked, but I guess
It was inside the lead,
no. Yeah.
behind the lead.
The investigation is what I was looking for, but yeah.
Oh no,
didn't catch
your
that.
investigation didn't make it.
No, it was good enough. Yeah.
It was not good enough to inspect.
Yep.
Oh.
To spot the needle. It is whatever's being protected in here has been well guarded. And as you sort of don't hear him, but you sort of feel a slithering around your neck that you haven't felt in quite some time. It is as though Sithrax is anxiously biding his time.
Okay, something's just not really. This is really kind of bad. Yeah, death,
Let-
horrible things.
Great. We're gonna carefully open this box, aren't we? Right?
Do we want to open it at this point?
It is unlocked. You have disarmed. You know, it has popped open just a tiny little bit.
It could be the answer to a lot of questions, or it could be our deaths.
It could be bad. Do we want to maybe find somewhere else that's not so cramped? Maybe further away from that's no people around.
I could lay down a magic circle to give us
The
a little
door
bit more
opening.
protection.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to
All right.
carefully open it. I'm just uncomfortable at this point.
Oh, carefully. And
Vidar, you flip it open.
Oh,
just
You see within it an old black book. Axel, do me a history and an insight check.
Hi, Necronomicon. What are you doing here? History and insight?
Yep.
Okay, history. 29. Gonna use advantage on this insight. 24. Don't need it, but that's good.
Yep.
Consistently higher, that's really
Oh,
nice.
Necronomicon. Ashley Williams was looking for that.
On needing a sum of 50 between the two, you look down at this, and there is this immediate both dread and recognition. On the front cover of this, there is a black dragon's claw, very similar to the statue that was in the square back at Falcon's Crest, representative of the Hand of the Ancients. And across the front of it is a single name. It's called the Talanois. There also is since you beat it by that much, Sithrax almost comes up and whispers in your ear and just is looking at you. Tread carefully, friend.
Talanoir. Closes it. Just gonna reach over. Might be for me. We'll get to that later, shall we?
By the way, you did notice when you looked at it, because you still have your magic up.
Yeah.
You did notice a very powerful transmutation aura upon it.
Alright. Yep, no. Jeremy's he's gonna hand it over to Luck. Very powerful magic on that. Also,
So yeah, the box.
yeah, close the box.
Close the
Give it-
box. Hand him the whole box. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to invest in something, aren't I?
Did you mean the box or the book had the spell on it?
The
The
book.
book
Once you
had-
opened the box, you could see the transmutation magic.
Very
on the
powerful
book.
transmutation magic on a book that Sithrax is interested in and is warning me of.
In a lead
Yep.
box. Yep. Okay. Yep. But
I don't love. Also, Black Talon might be me.
might be.
Might be you.
Blackened Hand.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Hand of the Ancients.
Yo.
All this crazy crap.
Dragon
See, from the
Ruin.
start, I didn't want to say it, but the book comes out and kind of is clicking a bit.
I have a few seconds remaining. We could try to break the enchantment on the book or dismiss it entirely if you wish.
You know what? Don't want to
We don't
risk
know what
this
kind
one.
of enchantment.
We don't know what it does.
No, we'll.
I as seeing that we have already summoned a demon today.
Yeah,
well
not
done.
today.
By the way,
Got rid of it. Good job.
Summoned and handled. Please
And
don't
handled.
leave out that second part.
Sorry, sorry. Summoned and handled a demon today.
thank you, Axel.
We will not try today. Maybe another day.
Look, we've done a lot today.
Look. I've killed a man today, and I'm gonna need a bit of.
Not
We
even-
have a lot of people to care to as well.
Yeah, we've.
I still
We've
haven't
got
yet to
priorities.
meet
Yeah.
Farah.
A lot has happened. How about we go have some good times? I'll deal with all this. Sort of points to the pile of demon summoning and transmutation dark books and I'll deal with this somehow.
Okay.
It'll be
gonna-
fine.
Axel, where did you get that bag? Points to the bag of holding.
I can't remember where I got the bag.
Did you get it at Mims? You might have gotten it at Mims.
No, we had it before Mims.
You're
I
right.
think we might have got it in Sojourns.
Oh, maybe.
Hey.
Anyway,
I need something like that, but more secure. At some point.
oh, we lost your audio.
Muted. Hold on.
Safest place is with you, probably at this point.
Yes, but I want something where I can carry it all in one place, so I'm not a walking time bomb.
Well, what about if?
I mean, we're kind of used to that already. We've traveled with you until we got to elevation.
Yeah. He's got a point. Black Talon's
Gotta give you a hug.
I'm gonna go sit down.
Let's go sit down.
So, yeah. Where do y'all want to go? Yeah, it's literally only like 1 in the afternoon. I'd say about this time, Axel, you do feel your potion finally fade off for your potion of giant strength. You do have a congregation of people. You haven't even been back outside to see kind of what happened, where they went, what's going on.
Well, I mean, we need to figure out, are we going to take a power nap here and go deal with the thing that goes blood in the basement? Or are we just going to move on from that and that's not our issue? Let's leave it.
Do you really want to leave secrets in the basement?
We can do that in the afternoon or something.
Okay.
We
I
could just
yeah.
ignore it. But I don't think it's a good idea either.
Let's not ignore it. This is gonna be.
I feel
still be
like
a
10
place
different
for
people have been like, oh yeah, the terrible nightmare downstairs.
But we need to know what the plan is going forwards with the people here. Are they
Yeah,
going to use this
totally.
place? Are they leaving? What are we doing with all the
Let's-
Genasi?
Let's check the congregation. Let's check in with Lily and Tara and everyone else, and let's take a nap and get some hit points and spell slots back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Luna, what-
this.
Luna, what do you want this place to become?
Sorry, say again.
What would you like this place to become, Luna? What's your say on the matter?
The most prominent stain has been removed.
I like that.
This house is yours. Times have changed.
This
Shape it to your
house is clean. Sorry.
Our house in the
middle of our swamp.
We have pit fiends for days. Right. So, do a congregation then.
Yep, that's good.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine. I just have to recharge some spells, but hey, I'll keep watching. I don't know.
I mean, are
Go
y'all thinking
rest.
long rest, or y'all thinking, or just relaxing afternoon? I'd be, with the people. What are you planning on doing? A short resting, long resting?
Luna's still good to go. She's not resting.
Yeah.
Yep. But doesn't lose any hit points, just spells.
Yeah, I mean, sorting out just what needs sorting out
Yeah.
more than a short rest.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's
y'all,
gonna need one maybe.
y'all can take a moment to gather yourselves before heading outside, where it seems most of the congregation has left. The choir is still inside the church. Most of the congregation has gone out. There's a few of the congregants who have stayed around when you go down to the main part of the church. Laurel, which golly would have been in that fight, but whatever.
It's fine. Didn't need him.
Didn't need him.
Handled.
I was gonna say it was 12 seconds. He was giving you all your time in there. 12 seconds. He had walked down the hall and dealt with something.
That walks out. Iska calls him back in. Laurel's just like, pit fade demon. But I was just like, sigh.
Done. Yeah. Think.
So, oh, here's your mask.
So Y'all can head back down. As you all walk through the corridors, Luna, do me a perception check with advantage. No, actually do it flat, unless you can use donation if you'd like, but...
I'll just take the... Wait, no. We're in the church. I will use the advantage donated by Takihaka for advantage.
Woohoo!
Perception! Yeah.
On a 13, that's enough. You're taken aback. You look into one of the rooms, and there's someone sitting in there. Younger, not a teenager, probably early 20s. Somewhat your age. They are sitting sort of on the bed, crouched over, sort of looking at their feet. Humanoid, head shaved, and you see what look like almost lightning strike scars across their scalp and whatever. It's like from a central point and then radiating out as though it's like lightning. It reminds you of Landon's scarring.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
And as you stop for a moment and pause, they look up. And it's a familiar face from the school. The boy who used to torment you. And he sort of locks eyes with you. What are you looking at? I remember who I am now.
Do you know where you're going?
And you see him about to say something smart, and it just sort of catches. They came at night, and they took us all. Went to hunt them down. I'm not the only one, am I?
No.
I don't know where the rest of our class went. The rest of Master Knott's students. They had me walking around here like I was someone like you who'd been cured.
And now you see there's nothing to cure.
I don't know about that.
Your journey is still young, then.
All I know, I want to find them. I want to find the people who brought me here. I want to find the people who did this to me. Can you help with that or not? I still can beat you in a fight. He can't beat you in a fight.
I was just gonna, like, so she at that she'd actually smile and like rest her quarterstaff against the wall. Like, take sparring position. Are you certain?
Do me an intimidation check.
Okay.
Because I know you're being gracious, but it's whether or not he thinks he can take you. He actually stands up.
Looks like behind him, like.
And he starts to try to take his form, a starting form, and you see that the scar tissue from all of the scarring, the damage that was done, you can see, and you see it in his eyes. As soon as he tries, he's not as limber anymore. He does not have his monk training. As soon as he sort of tries to get down into a stance, you just see this rage building up inside of him. It's like,
You should remember your rage. However, if you're going to track them, you have to have patience. I waited quite a while before I dealt with the people here thoroughly. You must channel that patience. Master Nod is here as well, and he can help.
you see his eyes brighten when you say Master Not's name. And he sort of kind of just kind of gives you goes to walk by you.
As he does, like, she'll like kind of touch his shoulder and healing word.
Okay. You feel, I mean, it doesn't seem as though this is something, he is not.
It's more the message of,
Okay.
I'm here to help. I am not your enemy.
Yeah, you see him actually sort of feel that warmth and just sort of some of the stress kind of drops. And he sort of looks at you and I'm still better than you, and then walks by.
Whatever helps you feel better.
I'll have to let you know when we're done who I'm channeling on that one. Little Hero Academia there.
I know exactly who that was. Yeah, cool.
I had to. I was just like,
But my hair is
That was perfect.
spiky.
That was perfect.
Dang it.
Luna, can I curse him? Okay, fine.
You guys head down, and you, like I say, you see the choir. You see pretty much the empty church now. A few stragglers have stayed behind. The choir seems to have calmed themselves a little bit. You see how Tara has sort of taken charge, even in her weakened state. She does seem almost to be the most frail of all of these. You all, what would you all like to do? I can't. Iska, were you here when did you see the staff?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Yeah, because we talked about it and everything.
gotcha.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, with me and Celia and Tara talked about it.
Yeah.
Luna will not. Yeah, no, I said that right. Luna will go and find, like, if Lulu's passed up, she'll just kind of like carry her, like stick the staff through like the backpack or something, and then hold Lily if she's not awake. Otherwise, she'll just hold her hand.
I'm sorry, you broke up there for just a second.
Sorry, I was saying, like, Luna's gonna find Lily. If
Right.
she's unconscious, she'll carry her. If she's not, she'll like hold her hand.
No, you'll see Lily. She actually does not seem to be quite as bad as the rest. She does seem somewhat frail, but she was always small. Lily is only about 5'2". She's a very, very petite girl. You can tell she's aged. She is not a little girl. She is probably about 17 or so now, 17, maybe 18, but she still has this very cherubic type face and sort of this sort of just very simple understanding of what's going on around her. And she takes your hand and sort of looks up at you and goes, "Can I still sing, or is that bad now?"
You can still sing, but you get to pick the songs now.
That would be nice. The other songs were powerful, but they were good, but they were bad.
I understand. You don't have to sing those anymore. And I'm sure your father would love to hear you sing.
Daddy?
That's how I know who you are.
I thought
He
you
gave the and holding
Yeah.
giving back out he gave me this to give to you.
Baby,
Return to you.
I thought you were just from my dream.
No.
We walked together.
Luna start a little bit of that. Yes, we did. That's part of how I found you here.
I'm glad. She just keeps holding your hand.
Mm-hmm. Right. Little. Leave it at that.
Celia will look at Iska and say, I think they need to learn a new song.
I got just the one. And the one that I'm going to try very, very hard to get them to learn, at least the notes of, is her Majestic Anthem, the one that grants the temporary healing points. So
Okay.
even in times of stress or disarray, the choir and that song still exists to bring some stability and hope to people.
Okay. Do me a performance check.
I'm gonna burn an advantage on this
Okay.
because this is kind of important to me, just a little bit. Yeah, 24.
On a 24, I mean, they are a trained choir, and they catch on very quickly. And as you are playing there, which instruments do you choose? Your violin?
It's violin. Come on, man.
Yeah. You have multiples. As you start playing your violin, we're going to do a thing, because we're going to do a thing.
Do your thing.
Do what you want to do.
You begin to play, and they begin to sing along. This song that has become a part of you. And you hear their voices lift, and you feel the power of the music. These individuals who have endured so much, your friends standing around, the temple which had begun so long ago, who had been a part of your path, cleansed, cauterized, and ready for a new foundation to lift it upon the zephyr winds and create something new. Something for everybody. As the choir sings and Iska plays, the congregation, hearing the song, begins to file back in. And the church fills, not as a church this time, but as a theater, what it once was. As Iska performs for all of these people who need something more, who were once shaken with their beliefs and now are looking for a little bit of guidance, and have found it in this party of strangers here in this space. As the music swells, plays, what's going through each person's mind? Start with dragons.
just listening to the choir and Iska playing these chords, just it's a new breath of fresh air into his lungs. Just he actually stops for a moment, closes his eyes, and listens, and just the sense of accomplishment having from this entire ordeal is to him wonderful. They've made great strides and achievements. Looks at Tara, looks at Lily, looks at everyone. It's just one done.
He'll sit down on the ground.
Templar, having such revelations today about yourself and what might be to come.
He's sort of watches as this place that was once a temple of purity, a place of murder and torture, renewed as a theater, as a place of hope and goodness. And he's sort of just seeing the motions of destiny in place, where one good series of events has changed the lives of all these people of this place and given it a brighter future, and one that he looks forward to see for the party. He's looking forward and saying, hey, Iska can come back here when this is all over. And sort of niggling in the back of the mind is, where am I going to go when all this is over? And that book is sitting there. And where should I go? Yeah, just sort of creeps back in. But yeah, he's looking forward to the future and how it's going to be okay. Or at least better.
Tree-hugging druid. You were there with your sister.
Yeah, so Celia looks to Tara and then turns to look at the rest of the Genasi. Being able to grow up with Tara was a blessing to her. And she hopes that this group can change the way the Genasi think about themselves. They're not lost children. They're Genasi, and they're powerful. And there's so many things that they don't know that they can do.
Luck. At the end of a day of more revelations, but in your mind, it's the day that you killed a man.
Holds grain, sort of looking out at the music. Be a long road from here, boy. And at the end of it is a very, very scary man. And his name is Torm. Down at his dog and pets him.
Luna, as she's holding Lily's hand and just kind of looking over the people there, seeing Laurel helping and everything, and thinking of family found on the road and in this place specifically. Kind of peaceful water is what she's imagining, but even there, like in the distance, there's still this storm brewing in the back of her mind, just like there's more work to be done. But for now, in this moment, I will enjoy the success.
And Iska, as she plays with this choir on a stage of her choosing.
think what goes through her mind as she sees the congregation return and choose to be there, not under the authority of this small barking dog, of this deacon who would ask that they basically bow to him and worship him in order to receive healing, food, shelter. She sees these people return on their own free will and volition, and she sees what religion and faith and things like this are supposed to be about, and that's community. These people return, these people come to sit with one another, to support one another, to build one another up, and to help carry one another. And it seems like everywhere this group has gone, that community forms itself around us. Whether it's the kobolds, whether it's at the Cloak and Fireball, whether with Gandry and Sky, whether just everywhere we go, that community seems to form around us, and there's power in that. We were worried, Luck and I, when we realized that they were shifting the narrative about us and the Genasi, and now we understand that we're shaping our own narrative too by enriching all these people and bringing them together. So there is a sense of real, true accomplishment. And as we kind of roll into what meta we know is kind of the final stretch, but even then, in character mind, is our biggest challenge yet. It's a real boost. It tells me we're doing the right thing. If anyone out there, if there is any black and white right decisions, I think we're making them, because we can look out and see the good in the world.
And so is everyone in their own thoughts, but also together as a group formed by chance, guided by fate, perhaps with a destiny that was pre-written or a destiny that they are writing on their own. They sit in the church, the music plays, you see these people who had sort of packed up their supplies begin to share them and pass them around as this sort of community of people, just ordinary folk, enjoy the music, enjoy each other, really begin to form a new something that's building, and something that is good. And that is where we'll leave today's session of The Vice. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Let's go around real quick and find out where you can find our players out online. We'll start with Dragons.
Hello, everyone. I am Dragons at Cats, and I was playing Vidar Lycran, dismissal expert, not so much, but still had a great time today. It was I can't believe I stepped away and suddenly we're in combat with Pitfade. Great work today, everyone. That was really wonderful to come back to after being away last week, which I missed. But you can find me everywhere as Dragons and Cats on the Twitch and on Twitters. I do a D&D stream on Monday, Wednesday nights, but those currently won't be running over the next week just because I have uni assignments due and I am stressed out.
Next up, Templar Warden.
Hello, I am Templar Warden. I was playing Hidden by Axel, the Tabaxi Wizard, who is not a lich and will not be a lich. I do not know. I hate this, but I love it as well. You may find me anywhere on the internet as Templar Warden. You may find me on Twitter at Rainer Templar. You may find me and, of course, all of our cast in the Discord, which I will put into chat. And, yeah.
Next up is Tree Hugging Druid.
I'm muted. Hi. You can go find me on Twitter. A lot happened in this episode, and then also, like, it's. You can find me on.
Into.
I don't really tweet things, but I retweet when things are happening. So if you want to know when things are happening, you just go follow me. It's fine.
Cool. Next up is Good Guy Pie.
Hi everyone, I am Good Guy Pie, the man with the moustache. It's beautiful. The rest of the cast can agree that it's the best thing they've ever seen. I confirmed with them before the game. They absolutely loved it.
Chaz Guy Pie.
But yes, you can find me at Good Guy Pie on the Twitches and Too Good To Go on the Twitters. If you haven't catched it, you can catch it on the VOD that I did an 8-hour stream of the game Catherine. I beat it that day. I went a little crazy.
Were you counting sheep afterwards?
Sheep, block. I would close my eyes and I saw blocks. It was just blocks.
So you've blocked it out of your memory then?
No, it's still there. It's not gonna leave me.
Yeah, I know we went right through this time, so we didn't get we didn't get one today. Anyway, NNG9.
Hello, I'm NNG9, Resident Puntress. You can follow me on Twitter, NNG98, on Twitch, NNG9. I stream stuff sometimes, mostly Slay the Spire. Also now on Mondays, you can catch me over on the Variant Roles channel, where we'll be playing Overlight, starting this Monday.
Sweet.
Speaking of puns we didn't get to, it's time for everybody's favorite segment, Pun of the Week!
Brace yourself.
Never escaped. All right.
What do you give to a sick lemon?
What?
Lemonade!
Really?
That pun's got me feeling stressed, depressed, and lemon zest.
Ugh.
Get out.
Ugh.
Really squeezing these ones out.
Oh, Bird,
Honestly, that's a
save
sour
us!
taste in my
Save
mouth.
us! Evil Bird, save us!
I'm Bird versus Plane. Fuck this.
Curse jar.
Good job.
Yeah, it's an excuse to donate. I'll take it.
It's worth it.
It's worth it. Totally worth it. I got to put mine in for my my nat
Yeah,
one
last week.
on the temple when I dropped an F-bomb. In all honesty,
3 times.
ugh, it was so bad. Anyway, yes. I'm sorry, Bird. Where can we find you? What do you do?
Oh, so that was it. But I'm Bird versus Plane. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at those names, playing just random stuff. Eventually, now that I'm here in my new setup, some more Divinity 2 soon with Wait a Sec Dude and some other random crap I've been meaning to play. So go
Looks
check it out.
really good.
You, dude,
Nice.
Outer Worlds, man.
Oh my god, the game rules.
I really want to look at that and get into it. I really want to.
Outer worlds. All my friends are playing it and I don't have it, yeah.
Let's get spacey.
Speaking of Spacey, I'm your Spacey DM. And thank you so much for all your donations. Thank you for supporting our channel. Thank you for doing retweets and all those sort of things. We will be donating $492 to Mental Health America coming up at the beginning of the week. And next month, all the way through December, or through when we break for Christmas, we'll be donating to Toys for Tots. Meet us back here next week for more device as the party decides what to do. What's next? Do they go after the thing, after whatever might be in the basement, or not?
Barbecue.
Who knows? Is it worth the effort? Do you just go and do your thing? There's things and stuff and things, and thank you for tuning in. I'm probably going to be streaming some WoW later on tonight, because that's what I do to stay off the Twitter and have stuff drive me crazy with the politics that are happening. So anyway, until next time, gather your friends together and tell a story. And I'm going to find us someone to raid. Stand by. But we will see you. Hang out for the raid. We'll be heading somewhere cool. Night, everyone. Bye-bye.
There you go.